I don't know if anyone here has anyone here got tested, by the way? Did anyone have to get the test? So you and me can have, me and this guy can have a little kiss. We're the only ones that are okay. I had to get tested because me and my friend, who's a doctor, we were in close contact to the same bag of cocaine. And I had to get it there. We got some drug lovers in here. There you go. It's always the fucking quiet ones. I would have gone with this guy, but you look like a fucking moon tour. And you need the drugs more than anyone. It's true though, I went to get tested and it's such a fucking rigmarole in Ireland. If you go to the UK or America, getting tested you just ring up. And in Ireland you have to tell these big... I couldn't say I was doing coke with my mate who's a GP. So I rang up my GP, he's not my GP. I rang up a different GP, who's definitely not my doctor. And I rang him up and I said, how you doing? I said, I want to get a test. And he said, are you presenting any symptoms? And I said... And I went to get tested, and the closest test centre to me was in Clonskea in Dublin, right near Ranelagh. And I drove up to the test centre, and it is the most E.T. looking shit you have ever seen. Right, this is completely true. I drove up to the test centre, no one there. Like, not one person. There was a chair, like, knocked over, like something out of a fucking zombie film. There was just a chair lying on the ground. I was like, what is this murder scene? It turns out they were on their break. On their fucking lunch. And no one there to replace them. So my test is at 2 o'clock and I was like, maybe I got the time wrong. And then eventually fucking these grannies just come out in PPE gear. And one of them comes up, she's like this height, she comes up to the window, just... I said, how you doing? Here to get the COVID. She goes, name? I said, Danny O'Brien. She goes, I have Daniel here, but you know. I was like, yeah, details aren't important, Mary. Then she gives me a giant black bag and a pack of tissues. She goes, this is your COVID pack. Like the shittiest Christmas present you have ever received. And she goes, blow your nose and put your tissue inside the black bag. The virus will live there for 72 hours. So like she's like, don't open it until after then. Like it's Ghostbusters, like go, and then you put it in, this flies out. She takes my details, which were incorrect. She fucks off, and then two other women come over who are a bit younger. I couldn't tell much about them. They've nice eyes, and they come up and say, hey dude, we're gonna do the swab, okay? So I was ready, I was like, fuck it, I've been here before. I went to college, I gagged, you know what I mean? That's a bit too loud, madam. You had a fucking party time, did you? That's an art student from fucking UCD, if you've ever heard one. I opened up and the throat gag wasn't that bad, it was just a bit and I was like, that's okay, I got that. Okay. Then she goes, lean back into your headrest. And I just thought it was like a fucking just like, oh god. And it's the fucking stress of it. Isn't it? The stress is worse than the action. Right? And then my friend compared it, she said it's like a pap smear for your brain. Is that the most accurate? I don't have a vagina, but if I did, that's what it felt like. So I lean back into the seat and she goes, now I'm going to count from 5. And she just goes, and it hits the top of your nostril, right? And I was like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? But then they push through. It gets to here, and I was like, why is everyone being such a fucking bitch about the COVID? And then she goes, aah! And you're like, ah! And you're like gagging and like kind of wanting to sneeze, but you can't sneeze because they've got a fucking cotton bud on your sneeze hole. So you're just going for 5 fucking of the longest seconds, and she twists it. She goes 5, 4, 3. It was like sitting on a fucking nail. Anyway, traumatized, I drove away, and for about 2 hours afterwards, you just keep going and nothing. It's like they fuck up your sneeze mechanism. You're just going. It's like you're coming all the time. I had to go to Tesco afterwards, like, how you doing? They pay by card. What's with this guy? He just fucking jizz himself. Fucking creep. I got the test, and when I was leaving as well, I rang up, I needed my results, right? Because I was doing workshops, I wanted to interact with people, and I was like, fuck this. I was like, when can I get my results? She said, it can take anything. Anything up to 72 hours. Oh, there's no phone number in Ireland, you know that? You can't ring anyone. I had to go to like deep sleuth levels of fucking email scanning to try and get a phone number. I rang it and Mary's on the other line. She goes, how did you get this number? It was like her 083 personal phone number. That's the we contact? And she goes, you shouldn't have got this number. It can take anything up to 72 hours. Don't call again. And she said, if you don't hear from us, it's probably good news. She said, no news is good news. That is what the HSE said to me. No news is good news. It's a global pandemic, Mary, not fucking chlamydia.